Okay guys, welcome to this tutorial. Today we're going to be doing this uniform particle growth tutorial in Houdini. Okay, so drop down a head geo, the template head, and dive in. Drop down a subdivide node and whack it right under here. Drop down an add node to the right and plus a point on, and move the x to minus 0.1 and the y to 0.3. Drop down a point VOP after the subdivide node. Name the point VOP to distance. Connect the add node to the second input of the VOP. Then dive into the VOP. Drop down an import point attribute node. On the input, change it to second input. Drop down a constant node and connect it to the PT num of the input point. Connect a distance node to the P of this and connect the P2 of the distance to the output of import point, which is the result. Then drop down a bind export to the distance, set the name to dist, then come out of this view and drop down a attribute promote, set the original name to dist, set the promotion method maximum, set the new class to detail, tick on change new name and set the new name to dist capital M ax. Tick off delete original. Drop down another point VOP node and name it as growth. Dive in. Drop down a bind, set the name to dist. Drop an import detail, set the attribute to dist max and the signature to float, and set the input to the fast input. Drop down a fit node and connect the val to dist and the circ max to result, which is an import detail. Then the shift into the CD output of this. Drop another fit into frame. Set the source min to 1001 and come down here and set this to 1001 and this to 1200 and set the source max to 1080. Then drop down another fit here and have this input into the output of fit 2. Drop another fit here. I'm just gonna rearrange this so these are above here, and I'm gonna duplicate, alt drag this and put the fit 4 into this min and then the fit 5 into this max. On the fit 4 destination min, set it to minus 0.01. On fit 5, set the determination min to 0.01 and destination max to 1.01. On fit 3, set the min to 1 and the max to 0. Come out of this view, drop an attribute blur, attributes to CD and the blurring iterations to 18. Drop down a normal node, drop down a scatter node, set it to like 3000. On the normal node, add normals to points. Just to make sure you're up to date with where I am, go into the growth VOP, and if you click play, you should have like a growth like this. Drop another point VOP node, change the name to P scale, and dive in. Drop a vector float and connect it to the CD node. Drop down a multiply node and connect it to the first output of the vector to float. Promote the parameter of input to. Expose input nodes. Set the name to P scale max and remove the label. Drop a bind export after the multiply. Set the name to P scale. Then come out of this view. Drop a platonic solid here. Solid type to dodecahedron. Drop down a transform node. Set the Y scale to 2.3 and rotate it on the X 90 degrees. Drop down a normal node. Drop a pack node. Then drop down a copy to points. Connect the right input to the P scale and make that visible. Then on the P scale VOP, scroll down and set the P scale max to 0.005, and we should have something like this. And that is how you create this uniform particle growth effect in Houdini. Thank you for watching. Simply, if you want to add colors to it, just material palette, principled shader, drag it onto there, drag it onto here, pick whatever color, add another test geo over here if you want the head, and then yeah, literally, and that is how you create this uniform particle growth in Houdini. Thank you for watching.